this weekend only. Don't miss the 14th annual Pauper County Fair, featuring Mud Buttons' famous chili cook-off, avant-garde justices' free legal advice, Moments Peace meditation seminar, and much more. Then rock the night away with the hottest bands, including Ancient Grunge, Temur Battle Ragers, The Shredding Winds, Martyrs of Ash, The Distant Melodies, Architects of Will, The Blasted Herbs, and many more. Arrive before noon and get a free Merit Lager at the Guild Gate. Tickets on sale now. Kobolds and kids under 10 are free. The 14th annual Pauper County Fair.
All proceeds to benefit the Spellstutter Speech Centers.
Dragons do not do well in captivity.
How do you know this?
That's what I do. I drink, and I know things.
Welcome to Gruul School. I said that like a ghoul, apologies. Gruul is all about passion and such, and hopefully we have a very passionate 2021. Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you for joining me, as always, here celebrating Pauper and all of our rogueness today. We're probably not going to have such a great track record today, but we're going to have a lot of fun, and that's kind of the whole point of all this shenanigans, right? Anyway, I hope you guys are all doing great. I see you as me 1 year older, a little bit bolder. Not really. Actually, my hair's a little longer today. Anyway, enough of that crap. Let's get on to the adventure. I call this Adventureland, and I've been really working on this deck. I probably played a lot of you in the chat. In the chat and online and blah, blah, blah. So the big backbone of this deck is adventuring gear. That's why I call it Adventureland. And before I get too far into the deck list, I wanted to say that I used to play Adventurous Impulse, and so I had 8 adventures, and so really that's where the moniker came from. But in the end, Venturing Gear is just, when I play it, my win ratio is in like the high 80%. It really amplifies, makes every Terramorphic Expanse into a Fire Blast and stuff like that. So anyway, before I don't want to neglect chat, Pauper, Tim Shirazma, Jose Prevista, Little Fight, Paladin 19 in the house. Thank you for joining me live and on time. We are here, and a big shout out to our newest supporter, Ace Mathias, who I didn't have enough time to update the thing. We'll have that next week, but thank you so much for that. He's our 50th Buy Me a Coffee supporter, so that's awesome. Anyway, been really liking this list. It started off with, I think, 3 Battle Rages, and then to 2 to 1. Same with Ram Through. I had all 4, went down to 2. More on that a little bit. We're going to go over the list here. We got 4 gears, 4 Apostles' Blessings, really the backbone of this kind of strategy. I know I sing the praises of this card a lot with Olmog's Crusher. There's a reason. You kind of put these investments in, or you equip Adventuring Gear, even though it's not that expensive, and you've got to protect your investment. We've got the new Hellhound as a 2 spot. We've got 3 Faithless Lootings. I know I'm going to get an eye roll on this. I have tried Ancient Stirrings, Adventurous Impulse, Grapple with the Past, Vessel of Nascency, just about everything. All comes back down to this. I had Ancient Stirrings for a while because the whole point was I wanted to find this. You can also find, this, which are all good little fetch options. But in the end, when this drops, I usually win. But being able to drop lands is nice, and all of a sudden sometimes you'll get flooded because we're playing with 23 lands, and that kind of stuff happens. You go up against control, you lost your creature, you're top decking now, and you draw a land. That doesn't do you any good. Faithless Looting, I know, I sing its praises all the time. There's a reason. It's hardcore, rhymes galore, it's awesome. It's but I'm not running 4, just 3. So grant me that. We have the Sliderunner here, and we have the Geopede. Now, I was bad-mouthing this when I first started this list, and I didn't even play these. I played that new Tiger that gets permanent +1/+1 counters. Found out, never really liked it. When I played it, I was winning, vice versa. We've all heard that story before. Very win-more card. This 2/2 is what it's all about, not the first strike, so I went with that. So, card's better than Ancient Stirrings? Impossible, says... All right, we got a new chatter. Waitlay, nice to hear from you, and thank you for chiming in. And I run with 1 Battle Rage. This might be a error. You could probably lose a looting and go with 2, but 2 too often I found that when I was running this and a lot of ram-throughs, they were just sitting in my hand, and I was trying to elevate the game and the board and wait for that kill card. So anyway, we're going to get there with Faithless Looting at the 3 as 3 anyway, so we'll see how it goes. 4 crop rotations, really another backbone cornerstone of the deck. You can fetch, and oftentimes the correct is this, or, you know, balancing something. This is a very nice 5th Apostle's Blessing in the Sejiri Steppe. You can just crop rotate and bam, you got protection from their team or a kill spell. And we've got 1 Bojuka Bog, which is just a mainstay in this kind of a format, being able to do this, and then obviously Gruul Turf returning it and having some fun with that. Or Pulse of Murasa shows up in the 3 spot. I was trying 4 of these, a little bit too much. Being able to grab lands and creatures is what we're all about, and so oftentimes this wants to go fetch this, and then it just starts piling up stuff. We'll see. Winding Way is another just made for this deck. Creatures or lands, can't beat it. All 4 of them are in this. And then the land package, of course, we've got 23 total. We got 1 Bog, 4 Wilds, 5 Forests, 3 Turf, 5 Mountains, 1 Steppe, and the Expanse show up here. Go for the red, Stirring and Looting. One of these cards are so good. They're banned in Modern. That's right. Oh, there is. Gossamer Glen. Nice. I didn't know there was a... I thought that was a Disney reference. I know I've worked for Disney on and off over the years. So I was going to do a little graphic here, but I just went with Gruul School. So hopefully I do take some people to school, and I'm not the one sitting in with the dunce cap on. We'll see. We've got 3 Gorilla Shaman. I haven't faced Affinity more than once. This didn't come up. I just got lucky because my opponent was screwed, I'll be honest. But I could see that being a problem with a Tog and such. We don't really have ways of ripping their hands. So all the Scattershot Archers are coming in here. We really want to protect our investments. And it's good against Mono Black. Speaking of Mono Black, not that good against it. In fact, I thought about bringing in the Glade Hearts that gain life just for bait. But in the end, I just went with, you know, I can always bring in Archers and Pulse of Murasa. We got 1 Flaring Pain. 3 Tranquilities. Heroic and Hexproof can give this deck fits, similar to most. If you're playing Gruul in the future, always try to keep 2 Tranquilities in your sideboard just as a staple. Feel free to move on from that, obviously, but I don't think you'll regret seeing them. We've got 1 Pulse of Murasa, 2 Cannonades. This does hurt our team, but it's necessary in a lot of matchups and swarms and stuff. And 1 Sandstorm. I had 2 for a while. Even though we get Threshold pretty regularly, this does hurt our team too, and so this is just kind of a last-minute option to kind of reset the board and hoard your cards and go all in and all that stuff. So anyway, hiya, mini golf, so cards, etc. Oh, nice. Sounds like speaking. I saw plenty of that in the new Cobra Kai came out, and we binged on that the other day, my son and I. Not the greatest season. I mean, it's worth watching, especially if you're invested in the if you've seen the original and stuff, but it's leaves a bit to be desired. It feels like they kind of rushed that one out a little bit. So anyway, stay in school and you'll always have class. That's good for the red. Good advice coming from the red. All right. Okay, here we go. We're going up right away here. And let me mark these off as I move along. We have done that. Oh yeah, and the new Kaldheim trailer's out. Apologies. I was trying to get it for the last 4 days. I've been going back and forth with the software that I use to rip stuff, and it just wasn't working. And I was just at wit's end with that. So we'll keep this. Not sure what we're up against. Really like going second with this list. Oftentimes it's not, I don't try to, but when it happens, it's nice. Because if, you know, we see like a mountain or a swamp, we might wait on the Hellhound. But if we see an island, we just jump on it. All right. Looks like we're up against some sort of flying persuasion. I'm using Hull Breach against, yeah, Jose Prevista. That's always an option. I think that falls under a little bit in my realm of the Terminate mindset where the colors match, so you put it in, but I'm not saying that's what happened, but sometimes I see that and I prefer something a little more that can kind of do it all. We've got both our kill cards online. That's kind of cool. Probably slow roll this with an Expanse. Come over and smash. It'd be really nice if we got a Apostle's Blessing, so we want to stay protected. But everything looking and sounding good, guys. Let me know. Oh, speaking of bounce, we've got Vapor Snag showing up. It's not very secretive, are you, Mr. Delver? Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. And there's a new brewery right up the street that moved in, and unfortunately, they have a new beer that I really like. So that could become dangerous, being able to just walk there and such, but I like to support the local brews around here anyway. So I think it was like the size of my arm. It was crazy. but good for New Year's Eve. Alrighty, well, we don't have any protection suite, and we're up against probably some sort of form of control. So I'm just going to play this. We'll wait for the hammer to drop with Terramorphic Expanse next turn. But for right now, I'm just going to attack here. If they want to bounce, that's cool. We'll just replay the Hound. If not, we're going to lead out with the Sliderunner, which is the most inferior card in the deck just because the Landfall triggers only for 1, but it already has built-in +1/1. And the initial genesis of this list, I went with all trample creatures except for the Hellhound. And, you know, the ram through is nice when it happens. And I had Rancor in the first list, just found I didn't need either. So did you try Quirion Ranger as a 1 or 2 to give pseudo vigilance as well as always making land drops? I did not, Pauper Tim. That was not in my consideration. I don't think I'm leaning heavily enough green for that, but if you are going green and want to cut lands, but you're cutting lands for the Ranger, I would argue, and I would just, in a deck that really wants to see lands, I would just kind of like to see those, but not to say I'm right. I'm just, I've been playing it pretty steadily for about a week. This is one of the better tested lists that I've run, so I don't think we'll bomb out, but we could, never know. What is this, Madness? That'd be awesome if this is a Madness list. We've only seen about 3 of these in the history of Pauperganda streaming shows. So, Spell Slam's in the house. All right. Sorry, I'm reading backwards. If I say hi to somebody that was 5 minutes ago, it's not that I'm slow of study. It's just that I might be a little slow on the uptick. If you want to get my attention, do the old @Pauperganda thing, because then I see a little white illumination thing, and editing 101, eyes go to movement and illumination. So, booyah. All right. He might have another. He might not. Well, this is curious. I think I'm going to slow roll this. I'm going to play out the slider. I might have to fear another snag. We'll see how this goes. One brackets. Before Blue Monday, I used to play Adventuring Gear with Quirion Ranger and UG Death Touch. Oh, very nice. I have seen a pretty good build of Simic Infect using Trinket Mage and Adventuring Gear. But I think you guys will notice if somebody wants to try to hold my feet to the fire of honesty, if we draw Adventuring Gear, we usually win those games. And that's why I kind of went with the looting package for a lot of reasons in the end, but it took me about 4 days to arrive at that. I was using Ancient Stirrings for about 3 of those and thinking that was the right way, but I had too many games where I'd be up against like Temur and they just kill, and then I'm on top deck mode and it's land, scoop. Where instead now it's land, Faithless Looting. I'm back in it, maybe. To be honest. Nimble Mongoose, everything blocks it. We've been there, done that. Got to have some sort of evasion. Trample counts, ram through counts. Not being able to hit Shroud is painful. All right, they are drop and ponder. Okay. I like looting better as a purist, but, you know, as a brewer, I really wanted to bring something different, but in the end, I just had to be honest and be like, you know, this is my play style and the way what I've seen this deck do and what its weaknesses are. I think looting was the right call. Wow, this is so cool. We're going up against a UG Madness deck. I almost want them to win. I don't think we've ever tried that. Have we, Little Fight? Shiraz? I'm not quite sure. But anyway, if you haven't seen the new Kaldheim trailer, wow. And the new artwork for it, I am giddy. It's so nice. I know in the last couple sets that I've either dissed the flavor text or the art or the mechanics. Like, I hated Mutate. I thought that was really clunky. Man, we better be careful. We're almost dead. Sitting here talking about how this deck might be some aggro menace, and here we go. All right, let me focus here. Yeah, no Ancient Grudge. We're all about creatures because we have Pulse of Murasa package. And I'd much rather mow down the food for a Tog when it comes to Ancient Grudge. And the Shenanigans was in the first build I had. I still can't tell you how Mutate works. You know what, Wayleys? I'll one-up you there. I'm beaten by Mutate because my son's really good at really complex mechanics and stuff. I've seen it happen across from my nose 20 inches, and I still can't really tell you. I have to ask him questions every time we play. It's the clunkiest, just most awkward scenario. All right. Well, this is it. We got to win right here. I really wanted a crop rotation there. Because of that, got to be careful here. Yeah, we could loot into a crop rotation. This could have trample along with that. I got to play a little slow here. This is not going to do anything. We really need to keep this open for that to hit full speed. So what I want to do, first things first, let's loot. So, variety of things. The Sejiri Steppe's not going to do any good against a wild mongrel. They've got one card and they can call whatever color we call, so we're not looking for that. We do want to see a crop rotation. We did not get it, but we have an adventuring gear. There's no way that we're going to be playing this right now, or this for that matter, and we already have the two. So let's keep this as an option in case, who knows, maybe somehow we stay alive. I doubt it. We'll pull that. We really need to see that crop rotation show up there. We're one card away here, and it's a little maddening. We'll at least show off the firepower here. There's no way to really, well, I guess we could ram through here. Yeah, we could ram through, and instead of, we can't really kill here. We could ram through, kill a Delver. Do I want to keep the one back? One back's not really going to matter much, is it? Maybe I can do this. We'll pull this off here. Might be able to stay alive. Depends if he blocks with the wild mongrel or not. Let's, I think we attack with both. Or do we? I do this. We survive till next turn. Depending. We're going to kill one of the mongrels. We've got that. Let's try and stay alive here. You can make huge boards. Matt Breezy. All right. Let's we'll drop this for another forest. These guys are nice and fat. We'll still be able to block and sack here. Would have been nice if we had gear on this, but for right now, let's do. Let's see. He could drop 2. That would be 7. I think we have to go after the mongrel here. Yeah, could have done a bit more because Vapor Snag still kills us. But if he kept them and left those alone, he could come at us. We're a natural 7. I'd like to keep both our team alive to try to finish off the damage here, and we'll try to escape by the hair of our chinny chin chin. Got to pull off the gas a little bit there and try to stay alive. They might have Vapor Snag and it's over anyway, but at least we got some damage through. We're dead. All right. That's the one card we didn't want them to see. We had a nice trample package and adventuring gear and had lethal next turn. So that was competitive. We'll see L on that first game and we'll go off and see. We didn't draw any of our protection suite. Now, we didn't see many Fae, and I don't think Scattershot's really worth it here. Cannonade, maybe, with the Delver. But I like our setup here. We just kind of drew a little bit awkward. I'm tempted to just kind of leave this as is. I don't think we're going to run into much of a fog package. We've already got 3 Pulse of Murasa, which we didn't see any of. We didn't see any of our Apostle's Blessing, which really would have meant a difference in that game. So I don't know, guys. What do you think? I think I'm just going to leave it as is. Swirling Sandstorm might be a nice catch-all if they get online to reset the board outside of the Delver. But Delvers really make it nice and flexible there. Run it back, says Spell Slam. 2 Delvers turned on the first try. It was a perfect situation for them. Yeah, but we were right there. I mean, let's see. Yeah, I'm just going to give it a try here. I don't think those scatter shots are going to be good unless I draw multiples. And if I draw multiples, I don't really want it because they might be drawing the big fat creature stack. So that's about as good as a first game gets for UG Madness. So got to keep that in mind. First, that's right. 2 Delvers immediately, and we were still competitive. All right, let's go. We have double adventuring gear, and we have protection. We're going to keep this. It's not the fastest hand because of the turf, but kind of a necessary evil a lot of times. We'll be able to play both turfs the way this hand is rolling out. Oops. Slow down. Oh, and I looked into the 720 1080 problem. I upgraded it, so hopefully it's even more clear. I mean, that's I think how we were rolling for a while there, but hopefully it's super crispy. You can see all the follically challenged follicles on the top of my chrome dome. Even better. Our opponent had the right to bear arms. That's such a bad quote. Oh, I hate Werebear's favorite text. I just hate that cheesiness. All right. Well, this is going to be way better later. Let's drop this now. We'll pay our dues with the Gruul Turf. Clicking very slowly. This is all about right-clicking and yielding. We'll say yield to this. We'll return the mountain. We'll say yield to this. Not that we're really going to run into a time constraint issue here, but what I like about this hand here, we can drop a mountain and then the slide runner and have a protection backup against green. We're not too worried about anything other than bounce. All good now. All right. Yeah, I was a little worried, little fight, because I did it and I'm like, great. Got everything running smooth now. No camera freeze ups or anything like that. And like, I'm going to change the little settings and all of a sudden it's just going to throw a wrench into the gears. But I'm glad everything's looking and sounding good. Woo! As the Gruul School continues. It's our first show of 2021. Crazy. Yeah, we got a little coffee commercial courtesy of Upright Citizens Brigade. The unit out here that I know personally in LA. Our old fan favorite Maths from our very first days. And we got the Odin Makes Bone Splitter Showcase 2. And we got a new playmat song and little moment in there. I was feeling a little like, you know what? I got to change things up a little bit there. That playmat's been going on forever. We still got the same content, but there's different music and a little different thing from the Winnebago Man inside of there. So I'm always trying to keep in mind. I always try to picture Shirazamon, especially like, you know, he's probably seen these videos as much as I have. And I know he's probably going to the bathroom like I am half the time, but I want to keep him entertained as well. All right. I could drop this. I'm not gonna because I want to have an option if he has something there. We're not running up against like any sort of kill spell, so I'm just gonna leave this up for Apostle's Blessing. And we've got a brutal next turn. I would love to equip this, but we've already seen Vapor Snag, so I think that'd be a little bit of a folly play. Our opponent finally doesn't have a Flip Delver immediately. Gossamer Glen, Mortician Beetle, very nice. Ponder shows up. We've already seen one in the yard. Boy, these are pretty islands. I think I might have to get me some of those. Mongrel showing up, negating the blessing, but we've got Trample to deal with that, boy. Representing Snag or Circular Logic, quite a few things. Yep, every deck's got their Achilles heel, but that's why we have all 4 Apostles' Blessings for just those little cards that sneak in. All right. Now then. We have that. We've got that. Let me shoot. I already punted a little bit there. Missed a double trigger. My bad, not the decks. All right. Let me I got to keep the blue open. So let me equip this here. That should be at 5 already. Real bad mess up on my end. Got to keep that floating. I can keep this up. I'm going to keep the green up for Cropped Rote. Bring this in here. We'll drop this here. If snags now are in real deep crap. And is that it? It is. Shoot. All right. Well, I guess we keep that out. Yeah, it's just bad plays there on my end. Not the deck's fault. I should have had one stay up. All right, well, there goes that. We've got, I'll bring out Forest. No sense in doing that. Shoot. A little crestfallen there. Follows it up with a Circular Logic. We're going to really be regretting this first sequence here. Rootwalla showing up. I do have a Sejiri Steppe. We just didn't have the mana there. I wanted to double equip there. I've got one Vapor Snag down. I think they're running all 4 the way we've seen the frequency of it. Dismiss the Ponder because this is the second one of the game. Hopefully they're not finding yet another one. But what we're worried about now is a Circular Logic. Let me open up my graveyard here. If we're going to get beat, though, it's nice to get beat against a pretty cool rogue list like this. Putting the pressure on fast. That is 8 damage if memory serves. Yikes. We are up against it. I'm going to be quickly in the realm of not being able to do much. Bring out this dude. Got protection, but I can't really activate it. We could crop rotate and call protection. He's got enough to get through with either, though. I don't think we're winning this one, guys. Let me pull this back here so I at least can feign a little bit of a strength. Can't even really power it up. We're having a really awkward sequencing with this Gruul Turf and just too many expanses here. I haven't seen this happen much. Maybe one game and about probably 30 with this over the last week. But we just, problem here is, kudos to our opponent, we just don't have any time to come up for air. We just need that one turn like last game. It doesn't help when I didn't leave that mana open for the blessing there. Deck has the answers. I just need more coffee. As we stay back, and I really wanted to find some way of putting haste in this list. I've messed around with reckless charge and such, especially since we have a discard package and we're throwing things in the yard and things, but I think we're going to crash and burn pretty hard in this first game. That's to be expected, though. We are playing a Rogue City. We can't attack. We can kill, however. Well, outside of that Sejiri Steppe, we're in a bit of trouble. And I think we might want to rotate for the Sejiri Steppe. All right, well, now we've got to. I can call blue. Let me, I would rather take out a mountain here. Let me do this. If he counters this with Circular Logic, we're just dead. We don't really have an out here. Apostle's Blessing isn't an option because of our low life total, so we're going to have to grab the step. But before I do that, I want to have a sacrifice outlet. So I'm going to grab a mountain. I mean, unfortunately, we can't. It costs all of 1, but we've really been up against it from game 1 against our opponents. So I'm going to go like this. We're going to kill the mountain. If this gets countered, it's good game. All right, Sejiri Steppe shows up. Poink. We might stay alive. I doubt it. We're going to be at like such a crazy life total. All right. I'll say okay. We will say protection from blue. I'd really like to make it green, but... All right. Doesn't bounce. We, I guess, block the... Again, we're just... This is so... We don't really have an out here. So you can come at us with 6. Because we have to block the mongrel here because that's representing 6 damage right there. So best case scenario, we take 6 and he lets that go. I don't see that happening. We don't really have any options here. Yeah, we've only got the 3 turfs. Most of the other stuff comes into play at instant speed, but it is showing a bit of weakness at this stage here. So we've only got one more play after this. And do they trigger this? We'll see. We'll go grab what do we have here? What do we have? Okay, we'll be taking the full amount. Let's go grab... I guess we'll grab Forest. It's so cool if this was powered up, but like I said, we've been back up against the ropes the whole time. Good pressure from our opponent. Be cool to see this guy's list. Maybe we'll play it next week. And like that, we don't have a team left. We're going to be at 1 life. We do have Blessing, and we can play it because of Sejiri Steppe now. That was kind of my hoping that I could keep that dude alive, and we might be able to go all out. Let's see what we draw. It's another Blessing. Let's see what this does. It's going to do a lot of nothing. As we reveal, we'll say creatures. Bonk. We draw 2, but it's too late. Good job, opponent. We start off in the L bracket, but that's to be expected. We are playing Rogue. That was those Vapor Snags were just brutal. Now you could argue Snap might be better in that style of list, but as we saw there, it's all about being ready, being relevant right now. And in a deck that aggro, I really tip of the cap to playing Vapor Snag that aggressively. I like that a lot because 1 mana, good times. Spell Slam in the house. If you haven't checked out his YouTube channel, please go do so. Very cool stuff. He's a fan of Brute Squad, so I gotta like him. Here we go. Going up. Hopefully this is a different opponent. I have to start paying attention to who I'm playing. Not the decks I'm playing, I guess, but let's hope for a little bit better here. Oh, over the New Year's Eve, I played my wife. I challenged her to an 11-game tournament. Not random games. We'll keep this. We played Yahtzee, Dominoes, Mastermind, Chess, Backgammon, Zorro, Ticket to Ride, Catan, Carcassonne, Sequence, Scrabble, and all that. I ended up just beating her by 1 game. That's the reason I married that woman. Is this the same guy? If it is, that's cool. That was a cool deck, and I would like to get a little bit of revenge if that could be a thing. Played Magic in the house. Thank you for joining us. As always, my friend. This is weird. I guess we're going to lead off with the adventuring gear. Might be better to play 2 Gruul Turfs after last game. I've had a few games where I would love it, hate it. Against Control, I really like it because you can just keep doing the bog thing, but we'll see. Oh, Matt Breezy up there. Sorry, I didn't get to read that one. Uh-oh. Is this some Spell Slam fog goodness we're going up against? What sort of new devilry is this? All right. Well, next turn we could do that to that to that. I think we're just going to play the turf here. We'll yield to this. And we'll return this. Right click on this, yield. And next turn we're going to be doing some stuff. Hopefully we'll just drop the forest, equip the slide runner, and hope for the best. The way this game's looking, it feels like fog, doesn't it, Spell Slam? It'd be really nice if we get one of our ram throughs. Okay, Geopede hits harder, so I'm going to lead off with Geopede. Yeah, sometimes I like to bring in the crop rotation for just that, though. We'll see. Alrighty. I'm going to yield to this. And I'm just going to go like this. He's got bounce. He's got bounce. Poor Akoum. Oh, looks like Turbo Fog indeed. It is. Hey, check this out. I enjoy your YouTube videos, Spell Slam, says Cash Override. For sure. Yeah, he's got great logical breakdowns. Now, are they playing the fog only variant? Let's see. Maybe they're not too afraid of this. Oh, look at this. It's not your list, Spell Slam, so I have a chance of beating it. Oh, but are they, because it's not your list, are they playing fog? Oh, man, I wish I had some duress in here. All right. And one thing I forgot to grab, a little tissue. I always get that morning. Okay, Winding Way crop rotation, not that big of a deal. What do you say, guys? Do I go all in here? This be true. Whether it is or not. We're playing aggro. We got to go for it. We got to prove that he's got it. Let's see. We've already got a mountain in hand. This deck leans a little bit more on forest just because of crop rotation. So we'll bring these up and we'll try to get in good here. If he fogs, this is just going to be a kick in the crotch. Because we're going to lose just about everything. If we had crop rotation, this would be game over if he doesn't have fog. Because we've got this. Let's see if... Put his feet to the fire. Does he hit 2 or none? Let's see. Hey, look at that. He didn't have it. Send it. Now our Bojuka Bog main might be a good option, depending. this frantic inventory comes through. What we really want to see is ram through and find a trample creature, which we've already got in hand. Got them kind of hindered. Almost don't have to even worry about counter magic when they're only showing 2 up. Don't show us ram through. Good. Hey, there's a looting too. Woohoo! And we've got a rescue option. Not that we're going to need it here. Note to self, let's lose those in the side. Well, here's what I'm going to do, folks. Winding Way is kind of our enemy when we're looking for a spell. So we're going to drop this dude. Well, no. Play this just because if they have Weather the Storm, they have to fog here. At this stage of the game is when I really like just leaving wilds untapped so you get like the cumulative effect next turn if you need it. Do they have it? Do they have it? Okay, there it is. Yeah, that was my line of thinking too there, Spell Slam, but thank you for the backup. All right, well, frustrating that I want to grab the I want to have that trample dude down. I guess we'll try to oh dang it, got too many stops set. I guess we'll try to do this in a little bit. Sliderunner here. It'd be nice if we could grab ram through. Crop rotate. I'm going to gamble. I'm going to go Winding Way right now. We'll call lands. Yes. No ram throughs. Okay, cool. We've got 2 lootings in the yard. They're doing what they're supposed to. Feeling all right. We're about halfway through our deck. We've got 2 cards that'll save us here. We'll keep that Sliderunner option open. I got to remember to equip Adventuring Gear onto that, so 1 activation will kill. Nice combo with Winding Way and Looting. Very deluxe. Sometimes. Like I said, I've actually been giving this list a lot of love this week. Okay. Apostle's Blessing outside of some bounce cards is going to do a whole lot of nothing. Because of that reason. Let's equip here. However, hold on a minute. Ram through isn't going to do any good. We need a creature, don't we? Yeah, target creature deals damage equal to power to target creature you don't control. We are screwed. My tech is not going to work that way. Bummer. Well, let's play the mountain. Keep them honest. Once we find a crop rotation, we'll be all right. Maybe they're playing the blue creature because they're playing a curse and changing things up a little bit. Not that Spell Slam's list is gospel, but I kind of hold it to the standard. Coming over. I like that we don't have to walk right into Weather the Storm. That is, but we do have the firepower in this kind of list to negate that quite a bit. Maybe they have Augur of Bolus. That is true. That is true. I don't want to walk into you know what. So, I guess ram through. I guess we'll keep it on this guy till maybe he opens up a bit. It's obviously better on the Geopede, but what's that Geopede had any other ability than First Strike? What do we have here? Telling Time. There's hope. They're playing a lot of, I wouldn't say bad cards. They're just, I think there's better options than we saw it in Spell Slam's list, in my opinion. Could be wrong. But that's what's cool. We've seen 2 Simic decks, and they're both competitive, which is what our channel is all about. Showcasing the weird and wild. I gotta change my position or my back's gonna start hurting. Second I don't just sit normal, I get in trouble. Okay, all of our lootings are down. Those aren't really gonna help us in this matchup unless they show a creature. We do have Flaring Pain, so there is a bit of an out there. Just looking at our lands, are there anything that can really save us with that Pulse of Murasa? No. Okay. And down. Happy that happened. All right, Winding Way is really helping our opponent too. Let's play this out. Do this. Let's see, we've got 1, 2 rotations down. It's nice to have the resident fog expert in our corner here, but I don't think it's going to help us this game. Simic seems to be an issue, doesn't it? Okay, so they're doing that. Looks like they might have a... just a Weather the Storm in hand? Probably not. Yeah. They're just... I'm not going to walk into a weather here. Yeah, maybe a Soul's Fire might be a better call than Ram Through for this kind of list, but it's pretty... All right, so we'll Pulse of Murasa at the end here just to kind of rub it in, like, hey, we've got options too. Now, what do we want? Geopede would be nice. You know, they're getting so far ahead. Let's go grab the Hellhound. There we go. We got some graveyard interaction, darn it. Let's see, Fog. I'm about to write the L already. All right, 25 cards. Yes, we have Flaring Pain, but it's in our sideboard. And unless they drop a creature and we draw Ram Through, we don't have much chance. Unless they just kind of punt a little bit and think that we can't do too much damage. But I think if they look at our graveyard, they're going to respect how much potential firepower this deck has. I hit with a Hellhound. God, what was it? I think it was on turn 2 or no, it was on turn 3 for like 21 or something. It was crazy. 22. More than lethal. That's what I remember. It was nuts. It was like the perfect scenario. Just Cascade, Venturing Gear. Everything was 4/4. Boom, 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 boom. Can't do nothing there. All right. Dang it. Don't really care about that. There's Ram Through. We just need a creature to show up, right? We've got our dude. Let's play this. At this stage, I'm going to play Winding Way. We've got our cards. Land. Hey, look at this. Now, do we play Peace now or later? 18. I actually think I'm going to play it later. I'm going to wait a turn on that. Let's go. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for, King X Tim. That Secret Keeper, I want to see it drop. Otherwise, our Ram Through is dead. I wish it just said any creature and your opponent deals that, but it says target creature you don't control. Ah! Son of a gun. Come over for this. Kind of wish we had a crop rotation to go sneak out a bog at EOT, but can't really risk that here. Got to try to keep them honest. At least make them use a fog here. I'll grab a mountain. Boom, boom, boom. Don't know if it's worth doing much more than that, though. Yeah. Okay. Uh-oh. This smells like we're about to witness a storm. Oh, guess not. Okay. All right. You played it from the yard, too. Kind of like that, so I don't really miss crop rotation all that much. Yeah, there's not much reason to... I guess we could crop rotate the Gruul Turf in another few turns. Do we have any left? Yeah, dead in the water here. We got 17 cards left. Opponent's almost got a full set. Yeah, that's a good option too there, King X Tim. Yeah, honestly, I hate to admit it, Fling might be the better card, and I did not consider that, or play test it anyway. I think I wrote it down, but that's you're right. That's a lot better than Soul's Fire. Have you tried Crash Through? If you want to fight mechanic, also. Yes, That one has been done. But yeah, Fling is, I'm going to write Fling in the notes here. That's, it seems like it might even be better than Ram Through for this kind of scenario. But I mean, how often are you going to run up against a deck with none of these options, right? All right, we've got 8 cards left. Soon to be 6, soon to be 5. Nothing we can do at instant speed here. No creatures out. So we might as well equip this onto the thing that can hit harder. Nothing there. We're dead next turn, so let's Pulse of Murasa, maybe? I guess we go for an Expanse. Bojuka Bog's nice here, but it's already used up the thing, and our only hope is that they're just kind of drawing badly here, and they're leaning on the Weather the Storm, and maybe I can go crazy. At least there's going to be some fireworks, right? Let's go like this. We'll go grab a forest. Play this. I'm not playing all that many spells. That's a weird little bounce thing happening, huh? Let's go. All right. Stack abilities automatically. We'll at least be able to see the firepower potential. We're out of basics now, and our team's gotten pretty fat. You can see how this equipped on turn 2. Turn 3 can kill pretty fast with so many access to instant speed land stuff. So what is that, 24 we're coming over for? That ain't too bad, but I'm sure it's just going to get fogged, and then we're going to have to lick our wounds. It can. All right, yep. We'll just concede here. Definitely not the start I'm after. It's not representing how this has been playing all week, but that happens. And we have learned a valuable lesson. Fling is pretty awesome. I think we might want to keep 1. Maybe not. Let's bring in Flaring Pain for sure. Tranquility. Maybe 2. Faithless Looting is playing right into their hand, so I think we're going to lose those. Just in case they have a creature, let's play with 1 Fling. I mean, Ram Through. Look what I'm doing already. King X Tim. That's where it's at. Gosh, I guess we got to kind of hope for that, don't we? I'm going to keep both Ram Throughs in. Just in case we haven't seen their whole deck. We saw quite a few new cards. Very possible they're playing the Secret Keeper. You can get free from muting from them milling your lootings. Could. I just don't want to play into their plan of milling me. Actually, let me keep 1 looting in. Let's try this. Got quite a few cards we don't really care to see. Apostle's Blessing is just DOA. So let's, yeah, I guess we can always mill looting. I don't want to see Apostle's Blessing pretty much ever. So let's, why look at it ever? Let's bring in a 4th Tranquility. We can always mill it. We're going to mill a lot of stuff, so I want to have all access to 3 if they're going with the curse route. So yeah, so we're going to keep both Ram Throughs in. We can discard them. We've got options. We don't have as many dead cards. I don't think we have any now. And we'll see if this does any better. Now, if this was a very popular metagame call list and it started getting really popular, then obviously you want to up your Flaring Pain count, and as well as Fling. But I think, yeah, maybe it's 1 Battle Rage, 1 Fling, 1 Ram Through main. Because Ram Through is damn good against a lot of other lists. But all right, well, we've got some good options here. We're a bit slow to roll. We'll keep it. I don't care about that Sejiri Steppe, and because of that, it'd be nice if we could crop rotate it, but Darby the Secret Keeper. Keeping secrets from the chat, I tell ya. Woo! And as always, thanks for joining us for this very defeated so far version of Pauperganda to start off the new year. Not the way I'd like to start it, but we're learning a lot as I almost concede the game. Better lick my wounds, go get my coffee refill, and return with some victories, darn it. Ah. And a Kleenex. Alrighty. Here we go. Hiya! We don't have access to that. We don't do that. We can't do that. Let's rock like this. Go like this. Play this. Grab this. Let me rotate this. Do I do that? No. Let's chill on that. We'll save that for surprise value. Yeah, I was bad-mouthing the Geopede for a while, thinking that Landfall was all equal, but then I was like, oh yeah, that is +2, even though the first strike's completely irrelevant. What we can hope for here is that we drop the Geopede and they don't think we have too much firepower, which we don't yet, and because we don't have Adventuring Gear. Adventuring Gear doubles the damage, and it gets absurd. Just in case they got some bounce, we'll play that first. Drop the Geopede here. Hydroblast. Okay, wasn't expecting that. Probably should. And that is a weakness, not running a green package, but the green abilities aren't too impressive. I almost went Simic with this. There's a flyer. You've got the Trinket Mage, which I wouldn't run 4 of, but maybe 2 or 3 to go get the Adventuring Impulse and then have a bit of evasion and draw on stuff. Who's to say? Did anyone submit a Landfall deck with Spore Mound? I believe there was one. Can you bring it up in the chat just so I don't know that one offhand? Always good to know. All right. I have access to that and that. Well, let's hope they don't have another Hydroblast. They might. Let's rock with this. What this? Just so you know, any attacking deck is going to really be a dead dog against fog mechanics, as we noted a few weeks ago. I'm just going to put this out here. I'm going to try to thin out our deck against a mill deck. I've seen better plays, but for right now, I'm just trying to draw into some creatures and have options. Yeah, it's a nice swarm, but in a Cannonade metagame, I'm not quite sure if I really want to go that route. All right. I'm actually just going to crop rotate here. I'm going to go grab a turf. Turn a land. And we've got a 2-turn play option here. We'll lead off with a Winding Way. We'll call creature for obvious reasons. We've got 2 lands in our hand and such. Come on, produce. How I wish I had a crystal ball and I knew that we were going to be kind of stuck in that realm. However, we could call Winding Way for lands and hit mountain and then come up completely shy, but we'll lead off with this. Let's see him keep up with that amount of hounds, right? I'll keep those forests in hand maybe. Having 1 trigger is enough. Too bad we couldn't just go boom, 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 boom with hounds. That would have been really nice. I don't even want to try to pronounce this name. Ensign Kareen. Great to finally catch you live during your Gruul Landfall run too. Been watching your VOD videos for the last 3 months. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And I apologize for not being able to pronounce your name. I'm a little slow on the uptick when it comes to verbiage. Ooh, the Phantasm. There are creatures. I ran through my work. We kept both of them in. There's a chance. We've run up against 2 Simic decks and we are crashing hard, but we're learning a lot. Yeah, the Black Fling's pretty cool. That's a sorcery, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. I'm gonna say... Oh, wait. I don't need both. Let's go here. I'll say lands. Even though we've got quite a few, I would really like to Well, I don't know. We'll say land. Looting shows up. Venturing gear. One thing we really, really wanted. All right. Nothing too much to flash back here. I'll play the turf. We'll return. Forest. We're probably walking right into a, you know what? Weather the storm. We can attack. Backs up against it. Yeah, I am too, Spell Slam. And please no weather the storm, no weather the storm, no weather. Ah, cool. Oh man, it's just I need to get like an animation of just some guy in a karate class just getting kicked right between the legs when Chittering Rats locks you up, or when Weather the Storm goes off that hard. Ugh. The deck list will be available in the chat after the video, as is always the way if you just scroll down under the show more option. But if anybody wants to give this a go, I promise you, I've had probably running around high 60% with it, depending on the opponents. No, just given all the opponents. We're just starting off. Our opponent in round one had like the perfect draw, especially game one. And then I had a few little misclicks, brain farts, all that stuff. And yeah, but now we're just running up against a nemesis scenario. So couldn't really start much worse. There it is. Thank you for that. Little fight. And one of these days we're going to figure out how to do that where you can pull out the deck list. I still don't know how to do that. Alrighty. Well, you know what we can do here is we can target ourselves with this. We're not getting milled too badly. Let me do this. We're going to Faithless Looting because we don't need all this stuff. We'll get rid of 2 forests. And I believe the correct play is we're going to Bojuka Bog ourselves. Isn't this a strange play, huh? Oh, yeah. Me. All that work for nothing. Take that. I wish I could have done that at speed with a cropped rotation to kill the phantasm, but it's going to be nicer. We need some trample so that we can activate our dude. All right, I got to be shut up. I'm 8 minutes down in Blabbermouth City here. Fortunately, we can't really hit too hard. Oh, yeah. Yeah, protection, evasion. We've got all the Apostles' Blessing, which are usually very relevant. They sure weren't the first few, but we got to kind of go all in here. He's got to weather the storm. It's just extra kick in the crotch territory. We got to win twice. Jace's Phantasm showing up. Nice little switcheroo, I guess. Different way of playing it. If you want the list that Pauperganda recommends, or resident YouTuber Spell Slam in the chat, I think is the better list. About 2 or 3 weeks ago, we ran Spell Slam's Simic list. To a perfect outing, unlike today's events. All right, well, our Tranquility is going to hit. There's one card. It's very possible it is not a fog. They're representing it is, and I think they got enough life that they might feel a wee bit more comfortable than they should. Here we go. Ooh, this is getting spicy. All right, first things first. We're going to go like this to this. We're going to kill the thing that's killing us. Hiya! Get out of there, curse. And now, we'll play this for a whole bunch of stuff. I guess we gotta go for it here. I can pop this. We can crop rotate for another one, or we could get the third Gruul Turf, I believe. Let's pull this down. If we grab the Gruul Turf, we can turn off the Bojuka Bog. But I'm going to go aggro here. We have Pulse of Murasa, so I'm going to throw the Bojuka Bog back. Maybe we'll Murasa it later and do the same old thing. We'll rock like this. Get our team nice and fat. If they got it, they got it. I can't play afraid here. Let's go. Forced. Our hounds are getting big. It'd be so nice if they were getting even bigger. But as you can see, they're coming over for 32. Isn't that fitting? They might hold out at 1 man or 1 life. Still too clunky indeed. Oh, the kicks continue, folks. I just need an animation of me on the ground and just good. Somebody just like laying into me with little side kicks and gang of people. I think we did a little hexproof skit courtesy of Kung Pao Enter the Fist, that cheesy overdubbed kung fu show. And, clothes are red. That one comes from. I think there was a scene where we said creatures without hexproof, and it shows this guy just getting beaten atrociously. All right. What can save us? We need a lot of things, none of which are here, folks. If I do Winding Way, we almost die. Play this, but we do need to find a trample creature, and we do need to find a few other things. You're right. Flaring Pain would have been nice last turn, but it can show up here. So we'll pull up. We'll say, I don't know, with this draw, I think we're going to have to say lands. Even though we want a trample creature, but I want to get, okay, that's kind of the, yeah, that's cool. It'll at least activate next turn. Yeah, Flaring Pain is in our list. We just need it to show up in our graveyard. Probably want 2, as weak as this feels against Fog's second Pain. All right. I believe we'll upload the fixed list, or addend it, or addem it. Huh? How do you say that? Amend it. I've been getting beat so much this morning, I'm losing my verbiage. Okay, Bonder's Ornament showing up. That might be a good call in this list. A little too clunky though. All right, Phantasm Patrol. We need to find a Bojuka Bog. I mean a Pulse of Murasa to grab our Bojuka Bog to go get it back. We need a lot of stuff to go right here, and I don't think so. I think we're going to start to show off licking our wounds pretty badly here. Would be fun to see a V2 next week, says Spell Slam. I don't know. My ego can take it. This is starting off so like, oh my goodness. All right. Well, that's cool. Let's at least go get this back. It'll probably get countered. I believe this is the right play. I mean, we can't really stay alive, though. Right? We pull this off. We can't do enough damage to really make that go down. And all he has to do is attack, and we're just going to have 0-1s. But at least we'll have another turn. Episode 1, the Phantasm Menace. Yeah. I guess we'll just do this, to this, to this, to this. And we'll say us, unfortunately. Yep. I don't think I've ever bogged myself twice in a game, so you're seeing a first. I think they think that we're going to use it on them, but we're not. We're rocking like this. We can take 3, but I think we just sit back and hope there's no Weather the Storm after play. Do it after combat. I couldn't. I'm not going to attack with 0-1s. All right. These phantasms are hitting for 1, and I'm going to feel it. They've got 1 left. God, we really need to draw something good here. What could it be? Flaring 25. Well, no. See, the problem here is adventuring gear. We don't have any evasion. You know that thing I'm always raving about, evasion? Let's do this. Ram through shows up, but we don't have much to go on. Yep. Guess we just pull this off. Bonk. Let's see if they've got it. I don't think we're winning this one, guys. I mean, I could keep dudes back, but we've lost. We'll just have some fun on our way out. Boop. They had fogged at last. Oh, I see what you mean. Good points. I got 16 there, but it ain't going to be enough. All right, we'll scoop here. Well, I guess technically if we had potential damage, you should have looted here because you could throw out the Flaring Pain, which is pretty high probability with 17 cards left, but we've only got the one. And here comes the pain. Oops, nope, just an ornament first. Bam. And just like that. All right, well, I'm going to go lick my wounds. We'll be back after this cool little coffee skit in a few, and hopefully we're in the winner's column.
According to the charts, that's the best plan of action.
Yeah, great. Don't worry about it. It's a small spill on a very large table.
Sir, I think we are underestimating just how much coffee was spilled.
Yeah, that's a lot of coffee.
Well, we better hurry up because it's almost reached my laptop.
Calm down, calm down. Boom.
It's also going to destroy all the fish.
Oh boy. Okay. Boom. Look at that.
My God, it's encroaching on my map of Louisiana.
Okay. Okay. Look. Oh no. Fish.
Laptop.
Okay.
Map.
Okay. I'm sorry. Look. Oh no. Fish.
Laptop.
Wait. I've got a brilliant idea.
Oh. Okay. Jones, you gotta hurry up. I think the public is getting suspicious.
All set. Damn. Didn't work.
Oh my God, we are really screwed now.
Look, garbage will fall into the coffee cups, stopping further spillage.
Now there's just coffee and garbage.
Wait, I've got an idea. Damn, I really thought that would work.
Well, maybe it doesn't work right away. Let's observe it for 3 hours and then reassess it.
Okay. We just wasted 3 hours. Damn it.
That's everything I've got.
God.
The gentleman from Halliburton are here?
Send him in.
Gentlemen, oh my God! You guys are partly responsible for this. You provided these styrofoam cups knowing they were unstable.
Oh, no. Don't put this on us. You know what? Halliburton doesn't have to listen to this. We are out of here.
I've got Kevin Costner on the phone. He'll know what to do for sure.
How big is the spill?
Pretty major, Mr. Costner.
Do you have a golf ball?
I have a ping pong ball.
Good, now throw it at the spill. What happened?
Nothing.
You guys are f***ed.
All right, we're back, and I'm doing a Pauperganda. First, I changed mid-stream. I added a Fling for one ram through, just in case we run into some more fogs, and I put the second Flaring Pain in, and out goes a Cannonade, mostly with the logic being that we've already got Scattershot Archers. So, moving forward, we can technically say we haven't lost yet, because this is a new list. Wink, wink. All right, here we go. Nice heart on that Fling, never seen that. All right, yeah, I'm not a fan of a lot of the Fling art, so I like the promo one best. Here we go. I usually like to go old school because I'm old school, but okay. We really want to see a crop rotation here because of that. Fling shows up. That's pretty nice. We've got adventuring gear. It's a little bit promising. Don't really have any access to red here, though. I'm going to throw this back. I'd hate doing that with adventuring gear, but all right, here we go. We'll keep this. We have to throw something back. I guess we'll throw back looting. At this stage, I want to see all the cards I draw. Here we go. Undefeated, says King X, and that's the spirit. At least this list, but not for long. as we see the most dreaded color of removal ever. Like I said at the top of the show, a few wins would be a success for this list, but we haven't hit one yet, so that's a little bit frustrating. Hey, this works out okay. We'll drop the Hellhound here and hope for the best. I like to do that to my kids. They'll show me some game and trounce me at it, and then like I'll play them the next day and I'll get a win, and I'm like, I'm undefeated on Tuesdays when it's a full moon. It's just a tired dad joke at this point, but I got 2 kids. I'm obliged. Footlight Fiend showing up. I've been seeing that card all over the place after my boy Sapphire has kind of started playing it a lot. I would like to think that's the reason, but who knows? Boop. He's been playing a lot of Arena. I think he got to like that Ultimate Tier League or something. Top tier something rather. Some cool cornerstone. The Murasa's the plan and the Life's the plan. You could easily go with a Moment's Peace sort of thing. So we're seeing aggro's becoming a bit of a issue for us. First strike's going to be very nice if this Geopede lives in a combat scenario here. We shall see. When did I introduce my kids to Magic? When they're about 3. Around 1 or 2, I let them chew on white bordered cards. And then from there, just started letting them play with things they thought were cute and whatnot. And then before you know it, their math and vocabulary explodes, and boom, I got permanent playtesting partners. So one of the best things you can do. That's right, King X Tim. The second they can read, you go for it. One of the best, probably the best game you can introduce kids to. The vocabulary and math just boom through the roof. At an age when their brain's most susceptible to absorb all that stuff. So it sticks with them for life. Sapphire's still got a crazy good vocabulary, and I'm sure a lot of it's because I'm his dad, but most of it I think is magic. Yeah, but just make sure you let babies chew on white-bordered cards. You heard it here first. Got to get rid of those. We're at 12 life, folks. Perilous Murder, Footlight Fiend showing up. Looks like my boy's deck with a bit of a more of a zombie twist angle. Here we go. Yeah, this isn't going to be winning any awards. Let's drop this. I'm not going to be doing any blocking here. This unfortunately can't outreach the removal we've seen so far because it only gives +1/1. So because of that, I'm going to drop the turf. We'll return the mountain, more likely to pitch that out, and go from there. That's right, Cooper the Red. White bordered cards, not even once. Yeah, I can't say that. Does anybody know the white bordered card that we have used on Pauperganda? If you think hard, you will, there is a list, and I've played it a few times. Actually, placed in the challenge a few, yep, that's it, Shiraz. That's the one. I hate white border, but I'm also kind of a cheap guy, so I'm not going to spend like $9 or whatever it is for the foil one, and I don't like foils, so yeah. Tellurian wins. You might be right too there, Pauper Tim. I might have tried that one time. I believe there's an option, though, that's a lot less expensive for that one, but man, we are gonna just crash and burn here on this first game out. Maybe this whole match. We'll see. This is what we're never afraid of doing, though, because for every one of these, it teaches you lessons, and you realize there might be ways out of this yet. I doubt it. Let's play this so I at least have some insurance, unless he wants to activate this right now. In that case, we've got one more turn. Yeah, activation here puts that out of range. And, yep, I mean, we can go get our dude here. I guess the Hellhound might be a better call here. Yeah, I'm just going to go to game 2, guys. All of that's just bad scenario. All right, I'm just going to write death because that's what'll trigger me the most. Boy, there's a lot of L's so far. Okay. Here we go. Sandstorm is going to be good. Cannonade's going to be good. I'll bring those in. Ram through. It's going to be good. You know, now that the only creature with trample is our side runner, 2 flings might be the better call. So if we lose this one, we'll put in both flings. We'll lose the ram through plan completely. And then we'll still say it's undefeated. Wink, wink. Not. I could probably lose the looting here. Although it does feed the sandstorm, but our deck gets threshold pretty fast. Missing ingredient is Great Horn. I will write it down. I mean, for what? Mutating it on turn 3. That's the reason I'm not playing Haro. It's just, it takes too long. We've been behind the 8 ball the whole time. Deck needs to be even faster, if you ask me. I don't want to slow it down. But give it a try. Can't do much worse than I'm doing now, right? I'm just considering. Let's add the 4th pulse, just so we buy a lot of time here. It's kind of a fog mentality, but against an aggro deck, I'm going to be able to gain a lot of life here. I'm not quite sure what that does, King X Tim. Yeah, Orcish Lumberjack. I ran that in a Gruul Land Destruction deck a long time ago. That was a fun card. I wish it had better artwork, though. All right. Got a little kind of an awkward start here, but I'm going to keep it. We can lead off with the forest. I'm not too worried about doing this on their end step. We're going to pull this off, drop gear next turn, trip the wilds for a mountain. We'll see. We're more likely to draw land, so I think the land count feels right, or it has all week anyway. We'll see, though. But yeah, now that the trample, Fling's more of a get out of the way card, but I think Fling might make even more sense as a 2-spot. All right, we'll drop the gear, or should we? Yeah, I want to get the gear out of here. Let's do this. Fortunately, I'm just going to drop this here. Trip it now. Grab the red. Mana's right. Just don't want to see many of the sacrificial package creatures showing up in the Footlight Fiend or the Perilous Mur, but I doubt that they're not running 4 and 4, so we're likely to see it. That being said, we could crop rotate. Sejiri Steppe's nice, but if it's a +2 package, it's probably better with the Geopede. Thank you for hanging out with me, everybody. Appreciate it. Feel like I should be sponsored by a Band-Aid brand or something, or some pain reliever medication, right? Here we go. Bone Picker showing up. Damn good card. All right. I like this draw. I can't really imagine a scenario where they have a free... Well, I guess, you know what? They could have that, but that's still not going to save us. What am I talking about? Gut shot. I was like, what scenario would this work where if I play the creature first, it makes more sense? But there isn't. Because if they have gut shot, I can't play a force at instant speed. All right, we're going to drop the Geopede. I want to stay back on the damage plan. We've got 2 ways of avoiding it. We're not worried about Death Touch, so Geopede showing up. Yeah, you know, the more I think about it, guys, somebody be a contrarian in the chat and argue why I should have Ram through with the current list, because the only creature with trample is our weakest one in the Slide Runner. And yes, we have Pulse of Murasa, so that's like maybe we're playing 7 of them, but ouch. Yes, I thought about Kohani Garden for the same scenario, but there was just too many coming to play tapped lands, so I went without because of a situation similar. Yep, we're going to get rid of that. We've got another Geopede here, so we're not feeling too bad. I'm going to drop the other Geopede, and hopefully we draw into a, I don't know, maybe like a turf or something. We can keep a mana up for both the blessing and the crop rotation. We got a chance this game. We just got to get our dude online. Okay, feeder shows up. That's what I wanted. Let's play our dude. There we go. There we go. I like this. We'll right click here. I got protection options, but I would rather invest the mana now to really hit hard. We can keep this protected with rotation. Outside of a verdict effect, we'll be all right. Oh, I don't agree with that. Step links doesn't seem good to me at all. If I was to go another color, I would really be leaning more towards blue for the evasion and flying, and then the ability to go fetch the adventuring gear. Man, that Lampad has killed me so many times when my son is playing. It's not even funny. Okay. Well, outside of a snuff out, we're feeling pretty deluxe here. All right. We'll save this for main phase. Cool. Well, this is interesting. Let's get this guy out of range sooner than later. We're going to rotate now. Hitting this. I think we have to pull the Sejiri Steppe here. Of course, we could just we can just call it. Yeah, we've got the blessing in hand. So let me try this out. Did we take too much there with that? 1, 2, 3. I miscalculated that. We can drop that to that. We don't have that. I think. That's frustrating. Let's see. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I feel like I have to pulse here. I guess we pulse here for just a basic. Unfortunately. But I gotta stay alive. Play the basic, trip this. This is true, yeah, but all of our other creatures are set. Let me pull this for red. That's a really good argument, Cooper the Red. But I would argue they're the worst creatures. I'm just playing them for the number. I don't want to go away from crop rotation tech. That's really seemed to be the... All right, we can't let that go. Let's pull this off for black. Hopefully we don't see a snuff out here. If we do, it's just one of those days. Slowly we click on black. We attack. It would have been nice if we could have gone for the throat there, but 13's not bad. Yeah, that little Hellhound's nice early, but anything in the format blocks it. And what more do you want for one, right? But I don't want to see multiples. Unless I had some really cool organic evasion package. I thought there's a green flashback for red card that gives trample and haste. Always thought about trying that, but it's just one of those cutesy cards. It doesn't quite come off. Pulse of Murasa, thank God, keeping us in it. Hopefully our opponent's drawing a little dead here. Really like to see another crop rotation. Well, that's interesting. We're at 10. Lamped's coming back. At least on the top of the library. What do they got? A Sign in Blood? Oh! I like Crumbling Vestige too. Yeah, I experimented with that one early too. It was a little fun. Pulse of Murasa. I think there's really only one target worth grabbing here. We'll grab it. Go back up 6. Hopefully they don't have yet some more removal, because we're just going to go all in with this plan. Luckily, the Bone Picker is kind of dead against a Geopede, so it's one of the very few options where I think the first strike might be cool. Oh, I agree with you there, Cooper the Red, and that's kind of why. I just haven't seen enough in white to warrant it. Of course, you could argue, the new Benevolent Blessing would give you that evasion for the creatures early, so maybe there is a better Boros version. I might be stood corrected on that. What other white landfall creatures are there? I know they're usually pretty pricey. Would like to go, and then it turns into, well, then why not just play Heroic or Boros, or I think the big tie-in here. God darn it, we're going to lose that guy again. The big tie-in here is that over the years, really trying to solidify and try to find a Gruul list. There's probably the last holdout. Talk about holdout settlements, right? Holdout for color combinations. It's just hasn't quite been solidified. There's outliers. Stuff pops up here and there, and then it goes away a week later, maybe 2 weeks. Just haven't been that many. I know I've always tried my RG Tempo list for varying degrees of success. I think I've won a few tickets, lost a lot more, trying to get that thing to work. All right. Let's see. We've gained 12 life with Pulse of Murasa, keeping us way into this list. I'm very surprised. That's an intimidating play. They're not getting back the Perilous Mur. They're getting back the soldier, vampire soldier. Yikes. Well, we're taking 7 next turn. They probably already have the win in hand. I don't believe... You know what? Let's play this, and then we're going to call land. We'll equip just because. I'll call land. I wouldn't have brought this list if it. Oh my God! It just solidifies how the day's been going for me. Yeah, like I said, I wouldn't have brought this list if it didn't win the majority of the time this whole last week. I've been having some really good outings with it, but it is not showing up here. Down we go. We're going to go down to 2. It's probably got like a Sign in Blood coming our way or another Perilous Mur. Yeah, we're getting crushed. Plantino, oof, that's ours, yep. And, okay, they could have just killed us if they didn't cast those, attacked, and all right. Well, do we have one out? They can't do any, yeah, they can, but they don't have any triggers. The Lamped's out of fuel, so we're just dead here if they sacrifice. Just kind of rolling the dice. Our opponent, like us, has punted a few times there, but I don't think he's going to need it. Yep. All right. Man, oh man. Brutal. Haven't won a single game. This happens about once a year on this show, but I didn't think it'd be the very first show of the year. We still have 2 more rounds to go. But because of some of the tech that we have been uncovering, I do believe we go with 2 flings and no ram through. Because really the only creature that we have that has trample is our Slide Runner. This will always be active. really, and we have the one other Battle Rage. So I think that's kind of the way to roll here. First, they need to explain their master plan. So yeah, I haven't really heard anybody really pulling for the ram through, but you know, the more red this gets, that Stepling's plan may be a viable thing, but I don't know. It's just there's just so many good Boros decks, and I doubt that this would be the one. But I'll be willing to try it. It would at least get us out of the red plan of Prismatic and such, even though we do have 2 Flaring Pain in the side. But all right. So we'll try the 2 Fling plan. Not that that would have helped in that game, but we'll see. Let me actually, let me go get a coffee refill, guys, and we'll be back right after maths. Be right back.
Problem 3. For this problem, you'll need to set your calculator to maths. It's the future, and Queen Elizabeth III and Queen Elizabeth IV are going to a party held by Queen Elizabeth V. They're keen to make the right impression, so it's important that they choose their outfits carefully. Queen Elizabeth III has 40 dresses to choose from, whereas Queen Elizabeth IV has 4,000. Queen Elizabeth V has just 1 dress, but it has the ability to transform itself into the shape of any dress. The night before the party, Queen Elizabeth IV's handmaiden steals the patterns to Queen Elizabeth III's dresses and, working through till dawn, makes 40 exact replicas. Can you calculate the probability that all 3 queens will be wearing the same dress at the party? And how many times can Queen Elizabeth V's dress change before it overheats? That's the last of your problems, and you now have a few more seconds to finalize all your calculations while the following film plays.
Hey everybody, thank you so much to the people listed here. Your continued support means the world to me as we move forward, always inventing, always doing new things. It's just nice to have so many of you aboard. If you'd like to donate, please do so at the link next, and we'll see you next time.
From the volcano of Balaku to the leech-ridden swamps of Agadim, cast off all your inhibition at the only casino in all Dominaria. Experience the pinnacle of personal pleasure. Venture boldly at Rakdos Casino, and may all your underworld dreams come true. Rakdos Casino, the place for premium pleasures.
And we're back. Okay, I really like what you said there, Cooper the Red, but the majority of the time I'm going to be calling lands, and there are 23 of those, so most of the time that's what Winding Way is going for. However, I wanted to show you guys, there was a, yeah, this is where I started with this list. I had this Scythe Cat, 4-spot, obviously a lot more green here. Like I said, this was slow to get out. Obviously, every land invested in it gets awesome. And we still have the 4 Apostles' Blessings Sejiri Steppe plan. The land base is the same. But this is where the deck list started. I wanted to show you guys kind of the thinking there. These went up to 4 eventually, but they're at 3 here. We got 4. We had all 4 rammed through because this had trample, and I think there was one more, wasn't there? I guess not. Yep, there's only 12 creatures, and this doesn't, but that's where I went there. I got destroyed by Sidecats a couple weeks ago. I think everybody has, as long as you play a few times there. But yeah, so that's where I went. I also looked into this option. Obviously, this isn't built yet, but you have some cute options too in Mortuary Mires, Smoldering Spires, and Soaring Sea Cliff. But again, it's better to just make it protection from their deck with the Sejiri Steppe or with the Apostles' Blessing package. This is nice, but what if they have 2 creatures? It is on color and stuff, but and Mortuary Mire, can be an option too as far as these things go. But this Wind Rider Eel is already a 2/2, and you're looking at like Sarah Angel plus damage. If this gets on I said on mage because I looked at trinket mage, but on stage. But we got two of these so that we can go fetch the adventuring gear. I kind of liked that plan, Ponder, for obvious reasons, being able to find things. Ramp 2 is just there. It's wrong. It's a mistake. I mean, there is the 2-drop in green that can have trample, but I don't know. The more I play this, it feels like a very vulnerable aggro deck when it's, and I think that's why we're not seeing it, right? If we're going to be super honest and like tournament play and stuff. But again, that's why we do this. We do this so, you know, people are like, oh, I want to try this. And you type in Pauperganda or whatever, and you look up Landfall and you see like, oh man, they crash burn pretty hard and they tried this list and here's their notes. And, you know, that's where we're going. It's a lot of fun to pull off. You know, you get those colossal booms, but again, you know, you're playing Fling. I guess you could argue want to play a Tog, but or, you know, Affinity and all that stuff. But people are kind of ready for that. But, you know, maybe the Boros list will be a slight uptick in that. Who knows? I don't know if it's going to be worth bringing to a show. We'll see. So what I'm going to do is we went with both Flings. We completely lost the ram through package because we just don't have the creatures to really relegate it. So we will show the metal Greathorn less. Oh, wait, sorry. And here we go into our fourth match. We're going to try to win one of these guys. At least we're not going up against somebody with a C sounding our beginning name. I think all of our first 3 opponents had that. So this will be a new deck. We'll see. Let's play first and hope for the best. We've got a nice hand for probably the first time today. We'll keep. Let's do this. Here we go. I still love this game, even when I'm crashing and burning. Love it, love it, love it. Love you all for joining me here on this Saturday, 1st of the year, Pauperganda, blah, blah, blah. Let's do it. Jose Prevista, cheerleader in the house. Chat, let's go. Down we go with a mountain and the cool art of Hellhound. Atop the cooler art of Teresa Nielsen's mountain. Yeah, this is pretty sweet. Hellhound packs spike fields, basking in the harsh sunlight and lightning, the night with their flames. I wonder if that's related to a kiln fiend. Wow, look at this. We've got it in. I think the right play here might actually be to, I guess we just go in with wilds and keep the mana open for Apostle's Blessing. What are they after here? They got red and white. Geopede be nice. I want to get some damage in. It'd be nice if we hit first, right? All today we've been kind of behind the 8 ball, even though we're playing aggro. So let's go grab this. We'll go grab Forest. We'll keep this open for defense. Probably going to be eating a lightning bolt next turn. And if not, we'll probably do the same plan next turn with the Geopede and get 2 creatures out. But yeah, we got LL all day. Apparently the L in Adventureland has about 6 L's. All right, here we go. We'll play this to this to this. We'll say red. Be just our luck if they've got Dispel main and in hand, but they don't. We'll keep our dude alive, at least for this turn. All right. He's going to hit again, folks. And we've got more options. I want to keep this dude back. So we don't have any equipment to go with here. So I'm going to play this first. And then I'm going to play this so we've got more options. And next turn we're going to kind of go Supernova. Hopefully. It'd be really cool if we top deck Venturing Gear, but I'll just get in for 2 here and really try to up the damage next turn because we still have the Apostle's Blessing plan. Galerium's in the house. All right. Dreamer Stingo. I can't get behind that Great Horn plan. I just don't want to be paying 3. That's why I got rid of the Scythe Tiger or whatever that thing is. It just, that's a lot of, let's just hold on for the whole turn. Yeah, the very, very first list I was running was trying out Haro for just those absolute firework hands, but as testing went on and on, it wasn't quite happening like ever. I'd rather just clear the battlefield here, depending. think I'm just going to play this. We'll hold our thing back. We've already seen some pretty good firepower here. If they want to block, that's fine. If they don't, that's even better. Okay. Let's go after some creatures. And I just said we usually do land, but we've already got that land behind us. We've got the protection here. We could draw another hound, even though I wouldn't play it right now. All right, so we hit our dude. We've got looting in the yard. That's cool. We'll rock like this. Go from there. My customary Saturday morning text/phone call has happened, so the universe is right in 2021. If you don't know that little nugget of knowledge in Pauperganda lore, for some reason my phone tends to only ring during streams. Well, Apostle's Blessing can protect us there and there. I don't want to see any colorful stuff. Yikes! That's the color we don't want to see. Opponent is hellbent. All right. We'll bring this to life here. Laying this dude down. We'll return the turf. We'll get rid of, we'll keep our mountain down there. Keep our threat of cropped rotation out. Yielding to this. Gorilla on the way. Yeah, that's right. We do only have 3, but we do have the Pulse of Murasa too to keep us in it. I think we're just going to try to bait out removal here. We can trade here. Be just like going to just have the Fling. Well, let's keep them honest. Coming on over. That be the plan, matey. Well, let's go get a mountain. Mountain. Two, 2, and 2. I don't normally see it spell slam, but well, we just win here if they're not going to pull anything off here. All right. I mean, he's going to lose the Enforcer, so that Atog's probably going to try to eat our dude. Which is cool. I can just make it pro-red. I think First Strike's probably pretty good against Affinity here. We'll see how big it gets first. They have drawn 2 cards. We will hit first. Doesn't quite matter there. Our dudes will survive. I'm just curious if I go to 16. He's drawn 2 cards thanks to the chromatic stars. So if he EOTs Galvanic Blast, he can still kill us. Hate to say it, I think we lose the Geopede here. Yeah, I'm going to let it go. Our Hellhound lives. We're going to have 2 creatures. We still need that blocker. All right. I got a lot of respect for Affinity, especially game 1. They always seem to have it, so I don't want to just, especially the way today's been going, give away a game. Recruit shows up. We don't like how many colors are on the ground for us. Well, what are the odds of that going through here? I guess we'll fight the power. No fall from favor. We'll say blue. 2, 4, 6, 8. Only 9. If he wants to sack the Frogmite. Okay. Thank goodness for Faithless Looting here. Alrighty. Faithless Looting. Let's go. Alright, we got Faithless Looting. Let's see what we can see. We got Cropped Rotation. That's going to be good times. But Bojuka Bog's not going to be doing anything in this matchup. Let me Sejiri Steppe wouldn't do too much because he's got 3 color access anyway. We'll go like this. I think we just go with the surprise element and try to kill him. They're tapped out. I mean, we do have Horror Math up. There's quite a few other outs, but I'm just going to go for the aggro win here. These are all good points, Streamer Stingo, and thank you. Let's rock like this. Now, do we risk everything with that? No, I need a double trigger here. Sejiri Steppe's interesting with the Tog, but if he goes all out, it's still going to cost him kind of his turn there. So we'll drop this. These guys will double trigger. Swing this. Mountain. And see how the cards fall as they may. Oh, come on. Stack abilities automatically. Let's go. Booyah. Here we go. Derby 11 damage. The Hellhound is going to write home to Mama and tell him about how one day it took down the great Atog. As we just probably see another one just drop. Well, they're almost hellbent. 1 card against our 1 card. Yep, there's the other one. Of course. Tripping the clue. Well, that's an interesting option. Just keeping blue up. I guess with Thoughtcast, that's probably the better play. Doesn't this have... Oh, okay, that's either red. Here we go. Let's see. What are we going to draw? Come on. Alrighty. That's pretty cool. Either one kills. Okay, go get that. You know what? I think we go grab the... let's grab this. Bring our life total up. Come on over for a whole lot of good stuff. Identical triggers, I'm pretty sure. Kind of a useless feature, says Spell Slam. Good to know. I've often wondered. You know, with the amount of money that MTGL makes, you'd think that they would do something with their update. Look at that, guys! Oh my god! It's this really weird thing called the W against a really good deck. Ugh, my goodness. All right. Hey, wait. This is how bad today's been going. I had L written down just because that's just how the day's been going. But we won the very first game, and so I have to scratch off. We have not played the game 2. That was game 1, and we won. All right. All the shamans are coming home, folks. We're going to lose the Fling. I think we're going to lose both of them. Going to lose some looting. I'm going to really want this Sandstorm as kind of a catch-all. Faithless Pulse of Murasa. I really like keeping us in it. I think I'm just going to try to... I'm thinking of losing Battle Rate. No, it does have Double Strike. Let's keep that in. Do I lose all the lootings? I mean, it does help with the this, but we already have quite a bit on that range. We are looking at a protection from Red Sweet and the Blessing. We'll be going second. We don't really care about the Bog. I think I'll lose that and go down to 22 lands and maybe lose 1 Blessing. What do you guys think of this last? Lose 1 gear? I love seeing gear. I'm telling you, if I could play 8, I might. Those things stack up ridiculously. I'm going to feel pretty bad if I don't have... I want to have all my blessings in here, dang it. You could argue the Hellhound gets blocked by everything, but I do like to see it early. I don't know. I need to lose 1 card, guys. We lost a Bog. We lost the Flings. We lost a Looting. I guess we could lose another Looting. For right now, I'm going to do that just for the sake of speed. King X Tim. And you're right, that W was one of our past U.S. presidents. All right, let's try this and just see where it lands. We do have Gorilla Shaman Hate and Swirling Sandstorm. Looting does dig, but so does Winding Way. We're not in too big of need of Threshold. Here we go. We hit the mother load here. We have the answer here. We can stay alive here. Man, I'm so tempted to keep this. We don't have... obviously, we don't have any creatures here. I think I got to throw this back, unfortunately. We got the hate card, and then the biggest kick in the crotch of all, the Gruul Turf. I'm going to go down to 2 Gruul Turfs. This happens about 1 in 10 games, and it's always after I mulligan once. I want that likelihood to go back the other way. Okay, we'll keep this. Kind of like the first hand, now you have even less options. We're not going to see this for a bit, but we don't have access to it much later either. I'm going to keep that. We'll get rid of this. This done. I want to have at least 1 blessing for the creature that I will get, because we know they're going to have the Galvanic Breath Mint in hand. If you don't get that reference, you need to watch more of our custom commercials. All right, off we go with adventuring gear. We drew a creature. We've got a blessing. Once our stuff shows up, probably should have thrown back the mountain and pitched the wilds, just because we are holding a threshold card, but it's been one of those days. I'm not going to lie. Here we go. All right. I'm going to slow roll this. I don't want to walk right into removal. Man, we got some firepower if we can get like a Geopede online with a blessing behind it. Woo! And I believe my very first list too had Rancor, but again, with so many trample options, I think that's what led me down that path where it was like, yeah, all these creatures already have it built in. I'm going to save some design space here. All right. Well, let's see. We'll do this. Yield on these. We'll keep the thread of crop rotation open as we drop the runner, but we might run into a Pyroblast here. That is the problem of not running different colors. Maybe a Step Links or the green plan in scenarios games 2 and 3 might be the better option. Hey, look at that. There it is. Well, we've got 1 card in our yard. Better that than a Gorilla Shaman, though. Maybe they'll tap out here and we'll just draw into one. That'd be pretty sweet. Yeah. Okay. One Winding Way. We might be on our way. Ready? Here we are. Boop. Something good. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think we might want to keep that just for a, if we draw a Geopede, we can trip it to save our Apostle's Blessing for a Cannonade effect. Unlikely, but could be there, and the way we're rolling today, I want to have the option. Plus, we can also equip the gear, trip it, and we'll technically keep it out of Galvanic Blast range if the gear goes on first. All right, here comes the pressure, and in spades. Really, really want a Winding Way here. I think I'm going to forego that last plan immediately. I want probabilities on our side. We already have enough lands. We cut one bog. We'll see if that saves us. Okay. I'm going to do this now. I'm going to grab some life. We're going to play this now. Trip this now. We'll go grab a mountain. Yield, yield, yield. Trying to stay alive. Trip that sandstorm. But again, you know, could run into a blue elemental blast, hydroblast, all kinds of stuff. You could be drinking Hydroblast Cola. It's another one of our little spoofies, but I like Coke Zero personally. All right. Okay. Down it goes, down it goes. 4 cards in hand. We haven't seen Mr. Tog yet. Not going to much need to if we don't start drawing in the stuff that we need. Well, we could grab our creature. Trample might be enough to really go for it here. What do you guys say? The Expanse or the Sliderunner? Let's try to win the game a little bit here. We'll bring this dude back. It could get countered. It's probably going to just eat a blast, but that's 4 more life that we don't take. If I can equip that and keep it alive, might be a firepower turn if we get another Expanse or something. But again, you know, the Sliderunner, yeah, it has trample. Venturing Gear is going to help out. We're going to get plus 5/5 for every land that we drop. So, at best, that's going to be like a... Oh, never mind. That's just one of these days. Woo! Good times. Now, Spell Slam, I know, has been trying Fall from Favor, as have I in Brute Squad, and we saw that last time I played, it got a 5-0 outing, so it's payback for the universe, right? We're going to crash and burn today. But I don't think the mana is available in Brute Squad consistently enough, when almost every time for 1 blue you can draw 2 instead of 1, and Journey's a little more dead set. All right. Well, can we even survive? Let's see. We'll go like this. This is when we get wiped out with a Cannonade, right? I'm leaning that way too, Jose Prevista. All right. Are we just dead next turn? Let's see. That's, what, 11 damage? You know they've got a Galvanic Blast. I don't know why they're toying with us. They're just being cruel. Well, let's load up in the off chance that we can survive. So let's say we're at 11. Yeah, isn't that fitting? If we use this to EOT Pro Blue Fall from Favor, it's just one of those games. I'm just going to give it to him. I don't even want to give him the credit of like, here's a end of turn Galvanic Blast. It's like, you get that one. We'll go on to game 3, and hopefully we find one of our Gorilla Shamans. I think this was a mistake. Let's play the Lootings. Let's lose a Murasa. We'll keep this. I don't want Battle Rage. We're not the aggro here. I guess we are. Double Strike. I've already seen a lot of blue ranged spells. We'll keep 2 Lootings. How's that? Yeah. Let's catch a fish. All right. Come on, Gorilla Shaman. Let's do the Superstitious Shuffle. We haven't done that in a few months. There we go. Now we're likely to hit it, right? Here we go. We still got one more after this. Hopefully We're in the winners category. We probably had like 5 or 6 shows of 1-4s. Very few 0-5s, but this might be one of them. Gotta head out. Spell Slam says, thanks for the brew and the great stream as usual. You betcha. Make sure not to cross those 2 terms up. It's definitely not a great brew and a stream. We will say yes. All right. We got some firepower here. We got an early Hellhound. We're going to keep this. Keep it. Really like to see our protection suite show up, but maybe they'll use all of their hate red on stuff, and then our Gorilla Shaman will show up and clean them out. Who knows? Nice. We got a new, pretty consistent friend in Spell Slam. It's always nice. Apologies to streamers out there. I'll support you all you want, promote you all you want, but I rarely watch people play. It's usually afterwards on YouTube. All right, here we go. I'm just gonna, let's just go for it here, guys. Come on now. Whoop. You got Electrickery, you got us. It's been one of those days. I'm here to promote pain. Let's go. Got one more game after this. We've seen some good varieties. Very cool UG Madness list. Sorry, my nose is just... You'd think I was part amphibian in the morning. Nothing to do with cold. I just... It's always been the way. All right. Do we get a free pass? Do we get to smash face? Welcome to the jam. All right. Oh, look at this. We've got options. Yeah. Oh, this is beautiful. Now, if we look closely, Wilds is obviously the play, but if we loot and find crop rotation, we just win. Come on. For the love of the deck. Hey, that's pretty good too. All right. I'm going to keep that. We're going to play that, so we're going to get rid of this. I guess we get rid of this. Yeah. Boom. Boom. At this stage, I think we might want to pull Mountain. Yeah. Man, how I wish I had the, you know what out, but what you gonna do? Let's go. Attack for 9. Good news here. Got him on the defense. So opportunities playing blue Elemental Blast. The only reason I know how to play Alpha Beta cards. Yeah, I'm the same way, Cooper the Red. I don't understand that, especially if you're playing like Nivik Cyclops and Kiln Fiend and stuff. You can just do that at any time. It doesn't have to have a target. You can just target a Darksteel Citadel and just do it. Oh, got our opponent. All right, well, we're going to make them pay for making us pay. We've got the goods. Booyah! Take this sucker. This feels very good. Just like Rage Central. Take that. Rah! Finally, we draw something good and planned and mean. All right, we did it. We're not going to 05. And we beat a good deck. But it was the tech that did it. It wasn't the deck. All right. I want to go over the list real quick. We're going to play one more game after this. Yeah, we did it. High fives all around. I don't think... That's good. That's good. What was the note I had? All right. Well, hey, look at that. This list hasn't lost. I won't even do that. Yeah, I know that was a rage win, boy. I'm just like... Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go blow my nose, grab some more coffee. Be back in just a few beats. We're gonna show Odin with the Bone Splitter, I believe. And actually... Yeah, we're gonna do that. I'll be right back.
bone splitter axe. I'm actually very happy with how well the texture of the Bondo turned out, and I'm pleased that it stuck as well as it did to the plastic dip, because I really wasn't sure on that. Now, I'm a little concerned about the wooden shaft and the wooden point for some cons, but for most, I'm sure those will be just fine. But I think it looks awesome. What do you think?
Wow. Odin, amazing job as usual. But hey, why don't we put it back where it belongs so we can go play with it finally?
And that's how Odin makes.
Are you feeling bogged down or despondent? Has a friend or loved one noticed you look withered? Then Phyresius may be right for you. Phyresius is an all-natural Phyrexian supplement that can give you a different outlook on life. Do not take Phyresius while enchanted, equipped, or have shroud. Players taking Phyresius should not man vehicles for at least 3 turns. Avoid contact with humans or merfolk if you've had a recent gut shot or have had any interactions with the graveyard. In extreme cases, exile may occur. Ask your alchemist if Phyresius is right for you. Available at Murasa's Market. And we are back. Okay, we got the win out of the way, guys. It's been a tough day. We've changed the deck twice. This latest iteration is doing better, and it did good against Affinity, but again, a little caveat there. It was the sideboard, it wasn't the main list that was doing that. But the main list got us there and put the pressure on early. I'm just glad. That was a lot of pent-up deck building rage, and thank you, Gorilla Shaman. You've been there for me over the years, and I appreciate your fuzzy body. Anyway, Toothmaker in the house, showing up right on time as we go into our last attempt at trying to make this thing work. Let's go. We'll just jump in here. Woo! We got the new playmat video coming up after this, and then we'll be killing the stream. So hopefully we can win our second matchup. We'll see. Thank you for that, Customer Glenn in the chat. We've got the Geopede online. Got the rotation behind it. We'll keep this a little bit clunky. Oh, that's what I meant to do. I wanted to cut one of the turfs, but we'll keep on rolling here. Huzzah! Says a little fight. All right. Ooh, that's some nice looking art there. Scott Bailey, the artist. Woo! Good times. I guess technically correct might be the forest. We'll lead off with that. Who knows? Maybe they have a hoodwink in hand and we can crop rotate. So says I. Ooh, a desert. This does not bode well for our hero. He is. Oh, man. All right. Well, I can always do that next turn. Let's get our dude out. This is going to ask for a hard counter. All right, cool. It lives. You'd think Geopedes would love deserts. Oh, God, another fog deck. Hey, but we're ready this time, right? We've got Fling 2 as opposed to the Ram Through if they're not playing creatures. And we got Bojuka Bog if they want to go with the Jace Phantasm. Oh, what are the odds? Spell Slam is on to something. I think he's tweaking some goods here. Oh, hey, Pauper is alive and well. Seen all kinds of deck today. That's right. Apologies. I have not been keeping up with the challenges as far as like what's doing what and such. I've just been kind of in my own little lane and brewing and building, doing all kinds of goods. All right. I got some goods here. Let's do, we'll drop this while we can. Not quite sure what I think we're going to go like this. We're going to play the mountain. Unfortunately, I've got to let that trigger slide because I want to keep open the green for the crop rotation if they've got any tricks, because we have a Sejiri Steppe protection ability. If it doesn't get countered, which we've already seen a counter spell revealed. I should have that open. Apologies. Whoop, there it is. All right. Let's run into this Agrobolus. What is this new devilry? All right. Sandbar showing up. Unfortunately, part of the activation of crop rotation is that. So because of that, I'm actually going to trip it now to get in awesome damage because they have not blocked. We'll drop this because we're going to need it. And we'll kill nothing. We're going to do this. We'll grab a mountain as our dude gets into the 11 range, and that's pretty respectable. Pop. Better block next time. Too bad we didn't have fling options, but oh well. All right. Good news is if we can get him to bite on the crop rotation, depending on what we draw, we can fling. Desert is a great card, but seems bad in this matchup. Well, yeah, as long as our lands keep coming, right? Speaking of lands, keep coming. Yeah, I think this is going to work into our favor. Let's do this. You can't counter a land. All right. We'll trip this. If he lets that through, okay, we're going to grab forest here. That puts it at lethal. Now we're going to crop rotate to go get a pro. If he counters this, that's fine. Got to make sure to do this. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll just call blue and win the game here. Can't counter that. We'll say blue. As we have Fling backup. Well, why couldn't this happen the first game we played, huh? See, that's... If I would have logged off and that would have been the first game and I would have been like, come on, why wasn't that stringed? But finally, the deck shows up, does something good. We had a backup plan too, so that was pretty cool. Woo, woo, woo. Might as well just win, says Toothmaker. That's what I'm saying. All right, what don't we need? Well, they're going to be trying to mill us. We like Fling. We'll probably cut a Winding Way and a Looting because they're kind of doing that for us, and we'll bring in the 2 Flaring Pains so that they can't prevent damage. I don't rub salt in wounds. I use sulfur. I believe a Tranquility might be in order because these decks are in such flux. It's very hard to guess how they're rolling. So I'll lose a Pulse of Murasa because we're not really worried about life. I'll probably lose 2 and bring in 2 Tranquilities. I can always sack them, and they might get milled away with Winding Way. So I believe this is the way to go. Our plan here is to either attack with Flaring Pain backup or Fling. Winding Way and Faithless Looting will get us there. Yeah. The only weakness here, now they have access to 8 hate cards in Blue Elemental Blast and Hydro Blast, and our plan of action is really red based, so that could be a problem, but I don't think it's worth adding a counter magic here because it's just an uphill battle, and you bring in 1, they've got 2. That's been my experience. Better to just try to be the problem. Woo! Maybe we can end it up with 2 victories here. That's strange. I'm running the 2 different fog decks. Maybe they're on the rise. Maybe somebody did do well in the challenge. Ooh, man. Our deck's liking us all of a sudden. Maybe Fling's the better way to roll. Who knows? I do think we forgot to kill one of the Gruul Turfs. But so far so good with this list. Be really nice to drop a Akoum Hellhound right here. Or the top deck one, I should say. All right, I'll take it. Given that we're probably going to see counter magic here, I'm going to probably want to lead off with the Sliderunner, as it'll probably get countered. Yep. Toothmaker, how have you been, my friend? Miss you, man. Got a visit from one of our big Pauper get-togethers again. All right. Here we go. I'll bring this out. It'll get countered. If not, that's good. I really want that Geopede to hit. Oh, cool. It doesn't get countered. Dang, that draws this game. Yeah, we're not feeling too bad now. I'm like, where's this been this today? It's like, come on now. All right. Okay. We could still EOT a Apostle's Blessing we still have access to. There's that. Let's get this dude online. I'll save... should I save those? I'll play this now and just hold off on tripping it. Geopede's the real threat. Yo! I have a list that might be interesting. Hope I can catch you, says Synthiox. Oh, nice. Always pauperganda@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from all of you. I got bombarded a few weeks ago with submissions. This week, a couple of them. All I ask is give it some thought. Sometimes we get lists that are just kind of like, you know, you can tell the person spent all of about 20 seconds on it, and it's like, oh, come on. All right. Shall I do this? Shall I do that? I think, well, we're not really worried about any loss of damage here. Keep the fling option open. I think we just expanse here. We're out of desert range immediately. Come on over here. I can fling the dude. That's an interesting option, right? Let's do this for Carnage. We've already got plenty of those. Let's grab a forest. Onus will be on them to respond here. Do this again. I'll grab another forest. We'll do that, see what happens. What do we have here? All right, so they're blowing that up. That kind of sucks. I guess we fling them. We can't protect it. But we don't have a play next turn if we roll that way. I'm going to try it. We'll do this to this. We've got another one. We'll sacrifice this. Fling. One reason I prefer ram through, says Dreamer Stingo, over fling, is that it's being green makes... Yes, this is very true. I am the same. I have that thought many a times, but sometimes the superiority of a card can... Well, I guess we're just asking them to have it, right? Okay. We've got some nice options here. Another Geopede right behind this one. Cool, cool. All right. It's what we want. It'd be nice if we get the Apostle's Blessing. To any target. Gotta like that. There is that too, Dreamer Stingo. I think what we're finding out here is that Landfall mechanic is pretty decent. It's like tier 3, and you probably want to wait for a few more card sets to come out. I think we want more creatures here. I'll bring this back up. It'd be really nice if we just drew into either Faithless Looting or what am I trying to say? Flaring Pain. We're going to say creatures. All right, we got one. Ah, there goes the looting. Oh, well. We got problems. They've got to have answers. We shall see how things go along here. Beautiful deserts, by the way. Looks a little Star Wars-esque. Speaking of which, oh my god, did a deep dive on Mandalorian Season 2. Very impressed. I don't want to spoil anything because I was a kid in a candy store because one of my very favorite original Star Wars people of the bounty hunter persuasion, that's all I'll say, is back and better than ever. And Robert Rodriguez directed that episode and did just a stunning job. There was one edit I didn't like in about an hour-long show. One. It was very subtle and only me with my little OCD and editing mindset would catch it. But Curse of the Chains. You don't see that very often anymore. No reason why. Maybe it's because of Fling. Wouldn't that be funny? We do have a second one. What I do like about Fling in this list is that we don't... How good is Tranquility looking right now? Is that we don't... what am I trying to say here? We've always got the option to get rid of something like a Fall from Favor. If they want to kill it, that's fine. It costs them 2 to 1. Well, I guess it's 2 to 2, right? All right. We really want this to go through, so we'll play the thing we don't really care about much here. There is a slight chance that they have some sort of force spike style trick. We really want this Tranquility to go through. I want to feign that we have a Pyroblast, so we're going to do this. And now the screws are really going to be turning. He's like, who plays that? Ah! And getting his own show this next year. Oh, careful, little fight. Don't spoil nothing. Don't spoil nothing. Spoilers ahead, if you like. All right, nice play. See, that goes to Dreamer Stingo's point. If that was a red spell that said destroy all enchantments, like that would exist, they had the answer there. So, note to self, if we go to game 3, I better bring in all of those, because it seems like they're really loading up on Fall from Favor, Curse Plan. Make us draw out here. Who knows? We haven't really seen what this deck's about. Now everything's running together now. Didn't we see the Curse game 1? All right. So they really want to keep Monarch. That's all right. Tranquility is amazing. That thing's... It's awesome. It grabs everything. There's instant options. I forget what it's called. Well, I walked right into that, didn't I? I'll just yield here. I forget what it's called. But Stompy used to use it a little bit, but it only grabs auras, and so often that just hits everything, and auras included. Serene Heart, that's the one. Thank you, Synthiox. All right, one of the few times we probably would want to see shenanigans, but again, God, how many blue blasts and hydro blasts and everything else have we seen? No, it's just been blue blasts. I think they're showing off their collection there a little bit. Well, where were you last turn? That would have been nice, huh? 2, 4, 6. Might as well hang out for Faithless Looting. Can't put... I guess this is just a super control list. I think this is similar to what Mason Comp beat me with in the Creator Challenge, where it's just a ton of bounce and counter magic, very defensive based, hard to get rid of creature, thorn in the side creatures like Spire Golem, and I believe it's just that and Augur. Everything else is just stop that, desert, kill stuff. Desert's not that good against Landfall though. So Muck, that's right, the old days, mono blue control. Maybe we'll deck them. At this stage, it's pretty foolhardy to think we're going to be able to get in a spell edgewise. So we're going to have to wait quite a while. Maybe Pulse of Murasa will keep us in the game, EOT. All right. I like that, and we do have the protection out, but it's pretty rare that they're not going to have an answer. However, they're only going to keep drawing more answers because they are the Monarch. So, what do y'all say in the chat? Do we play it or do we wait? So we don't really have a second follow-up play here. We're at 18. I think we wait. We could easily draw into a end-of-turn Murasa to keep us in it even longer and kind of have one of those kaboom turns. But every turn they're drawing more stuff. We've already seen a lot of blasts and such. It's kind of a roll of the dice here. Oh, go to second main. Anybody favor? I think we have time. We'll wait. All right, Jose Bravista. Yeah, put me over the top, my friend. Woo! Thanks for joining me, everybody. Guys, we got 33 viewers right now. This new bit lets me know that, so thank you for chiming in. And if you're new to the show and blah, 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 say hi in the chat. Be nice to put names to faces. All right. We'll attempt this. This could get out of control real quick if he lets this through. Ooh, we're going up against sprites. All right. Well, down goes that. Interesting. Well, now that we've seen they've got the sprite plan too, Cannonade might be a thing. Not too worried, but now any sprite with the Geopede takes out all of our creatures, so Not feeling too hot now. We'll make a little bit change to the deck list before we kill the feed. We got a new playmat thing to show y'all, and make sure I went over all my lists here. Again, thank you to Ace Matthews, our newest supporter at the Buy Me a Coffee website. Really, really appreciate all the love and support over that. All right, let's pull the trigger. We're going to lead off with a Geopede. It gets sprited. If this gets countered, we'll probably just go to game 3. We'll do another one. Boop-a-doop. Have we shown him Fling? Yeah, Fling was this game. Man, these games go long. And he acknowledges. It's probably because they already have the answer in there. Oh, okay, cool. Wow, look at that. I want to feign like we have options in blasts as well as electricity. So I'm going to drop that. We've already got 2 in our hand here. Feeling okay. Can't really go lethal here. We'd need like a very heavy expanse draw with a crop rotation winning combination. Not impossible, Dreamer Stingo. 2 more, very possible. Everybody seems to be on that path. I'm telling you, man, that 3 mana and up is just a death sentence in my testing of this. You gotta slip under stuff. I'll ask my better half and my boy who loves the mutate mechanic. Let's see if he can get it to work. Alrighty. Well, we're kind of dead really soon. 2, 4, 6. We still have another turn here. I'm gonna drop a equipment. Okay. I'm gonna try to steal a Monarch here, so we can say. And there's no reason to not. Well, actually, there's quite a reason, right? That desert is gonna eat me alive. No, it isn't. All right, so there's no reason to do this stuff, so I'm going to act like I corrected my math a little bit here. Go in with something that feigns an option. We'll bring both of these back up. We'll let this fly. We're kind of dead next turn, so let's see what we can do here. Might as well try to gain Monarch, right? And we'll throw this up. Boom. Boom. What's the artifact? I'm sure this gets countered. They've got so many cards. Accumulated knowledge. I thought I said okay twice. I don't want to click OK right through a... well, I guess I don't really have any responses, right? Okay, slow my roll here. I mean, we're just dead, right? Well, that's 6. We'll be at 1 life. 3 more cards, okay. And here comes the counter. All right. We'll concede this one. We'll go to game 3 for the grand finale. The control was too much there. We've got quite a bit of protection suite here. These are going to all come in. I like Tranquility. Pulse of Murasa is a nice little EOT trick. I'm not going to lean on Battle Rage, and I'm going to get rid of a Fling. I want to kind of minimize our Flaring Pain is completely useless. I miscalled this list. I thought it was Fog. This is just Super Control. So we're right immediately here. Fiery Cannonade feels good, but we've got archers for that. This is mostly for like elves and such. A little backup plan to that. Fill up the yard and then hit them again. Pulse of Murasa would keep us in it. Faithless Fling. All right. What do y'all think? We got 2 Tranquilities, a Pulse. All the Scattershot Archers showing up. You know what? Maybe I'll lose a looting for the Winding Way since they're so heavy on the anti-red plan. Let's rock like that. We're not too worried about our graveyard. I think we took those out because we thought we were up against Mill, but we're up against just a crazy amount of flying beasts. You're the aggro deck. Don't overboard the control. Yeah, that's a very good point there. We've got Scattershot, Tranquility. But let's see. I just don't want to. We've got one Fling. We do have the Blessing. We've got both Fling in the Battle Rage. I like Murasa, not for the life gain so much. I mean, that helps, but for that end of turn draw counter out, I think I want to roll like this. Yeah, Fling at least if something slips through and we don't draw our Tranquilities. Let's go. So we lost badly to Yuji Madness, Fog, and Death, that sacrifice black deck. We beat Affinity. Now we're 1-1 against a Muck, which just stands for MUC, stands for Mono Blue Control. Yes. We like this. Very slow roll hand, but we'll keep it. All right. We're up first. Let's do this. Hello. Draw this for the forest. Oh, thank you for that, Dreamer Stingo. All the matches have been interesting, yes. Heartbreaking, too. The first half of the show. All right. I want to lean on this plan a little bit more than I would normally do, just because we've seen so much hate for red. Just to be expected. But now our Hellhound can show up unmolested here. We don't have to worry about Spellstutter Sprite ruining our day. Trip this for red and see if our plan is going to go to scale here. All right. I think we're going to lead out with our Hellhound just because of the preponderance of counter magic we have seen so far today. So, that being said, let's drop it. It worked. Okay. Well, I'm not going to play shy here. Let's rock like this, pull this off, and we'll just sit back and not do anything against that. Or should we? What are the odds? They're not playing ninjas. Let's go. Got to stay a little bit aggro here. There ain't no deserts. Let's go. Okay. Triple islands out. No deserts in our midst. But the Hellhound's not too worried about that. What he's worried about is blue elemental blasts and such. Well, that sucks, but we've got answers for that. We'll be all right. He's probably got the blast for the Geopede. Not that he knows what we've got, but I don't see... You know what? I think we we should rotate right now. Sack this. We'll call the step out. We'll call it on this, and we'll say blue. So that falls off. We have some options here. I'm kind of stuck doing that, though. I'd really like to get that guy out. But, all right. Well, we've got this option here. Let's do this. Let's pull this off here while we've got it. I mean, one of the creatures we can get. We've already got land, so let's draw creatures. Hey, look at that. Cool. We don't... I guess we could pull this off here. We're probably walking right into a blast, and I don't really have an option for that, so I want to have a lot of turns next turn and just kind of go off with the plan here. So I'm going to slow roll this a little bit. We're going to rock like this. We'll return the obvious step because I can keep things safe a little bit. And we'll attack. Hellhound's probably not long for this world. We'll risk it all. Drop a mountain. Hopefully we hit for 5. Wow, it worked. Okay. Very nice plays, isn't it? Thank you, sir. Would have been nice if we had 1 extra so we could have dropped the Geopede out there, but so far so good. Let's lead off with some archers. Boink. Let's bring this out for the 2 here. Probably just a hard counter. Wow, they don't. That or they're just feigning like they're going to draw into it when they already have it. Oh, wow, okay. Fascinating. Well, with that being said, we've got quite a bit of damage there. I know I've got a lot of damage here potentially next turn, but I think what I want to do here is bait the removal spell. Let's do this. We'll pull it on this. We'll call blue. Will it work? It works. Okay. I've got 1 floating, so let's drop this because we aren't worried about spell stutter sprites. We've got all the time in the world with these archers out. We can almost take down a you-know-what. Next turn's going to be a lot of fun if our dude doesn't get bounced. Probably will, though. Boing! Echoing Truth would be devastating here. Booyah! Can we pull it off? We'll see. Good news is they're probably sitting on a bunch of draw and counter magic. Can't really play their spells outside of a Spire Golem, which is okay. That's a thing. What are we going to see? What are we going to see? This Augur is kind of a turncoat, little sleeper agent. Going to let us know. Ooh, they don't get nothing. Might be possible. We've got options. The archers can still turn sideways. Don't mind bumping into an Augur. But I do think this Gruul Turf should be at 2, not 3. So I'm going to make that change. Hey, look at that. We go 2-3, guys. So let's go over the deck list here. We beat 2 good decks. We beat Mono Blue Control and we beat Affinity. We lost to some Rogue, Fog, Mono Black Sacrifice, and UG Madness. Maybe there's something here. I wouldn't take it to a tournament, but it's fun to brew with. So we've got a spot available. With the way the red's rolling out, I think we turn one of these in for just a basic mountain, since we like to sacrifice them. And I think that's the list I'm going to be sharing with y'all. So, yeah. So, oh yeah, we won it. Little fight, so it's on video. This list hasn't lost yet. It hasn't won either because we just made another change. So... Anyway, hey, it's been a pretty long show as far as our shows usually go. I usually hit about the 2-hour mark, but they were going on almost about 3 here. So anyway, I'm going to roll to a new playmat thing. We got just some new song and a new little moment there. And if you like playmats, man, I can't recommend Inked Gaming enough. Has nothing to do with the art that I supply. I've got a Pauperganda playmat or 2, and they are so smooth and nice to the touch. And you get the stitched edge, and it just makes me want to play Paper Magic. Speaking of which, we're going to attempt again a live Paper Magic show next week against my son and Handsome Devil Sapphire. So look for that. It's going to be very different. We're just going to have a tabletop shot. The webcam might freeze because I'm going to have to use both of them, and I've only got the access to 2. So we'll see what we can do. Maybe I can borrow my older son's Logitech 1080p cam, and we can double stream big old cool stuff. We'll give it a try. Be a kind of an experiment moving forward. But anyway, thank you so much for the support, all our coffee supporters. Keep watching YouTube. Please spread the word, and go check out our friends in our chat for a lot of other streamers and great Pauper people and stuff, like quite a few of them in the chat, like Spell Slam and such. But anyway, we're going to roll to playmats. We'll be back next week, same time, same place. Love y'all. Take care. Adios. Happy 2021.
Attention, Pauperganda Knights!
Show your love of all things Pauper with our Ultra Deluxe Playmats. And true to our Pauper roots, the glorious artwork is 100% free.
The accoutrement that you will need. Accoutrement? What is that?
Just send an email to pauperganda@gmail.com with the subject 1, 2, or 3, and we'll send you the playmat file for free. All you need to do is visit our friends at inkgaming.com. Order yours today.